Office isn't always easy for parents or kids, but do you know exactly what goes on behind closed doors? An Owensboro woman says at some offices it isn't pretty and has dedicated her life to protecting kids from what she calls abusive dentistry. We took an inside look at one of the companies she's targeting to get to the root of the problem. Debbie Hagan came across this video 3 years ago while researching pediatric dentistry on the web. The retired grandmother of 5 couldn't believe what she saw. Kids screaming and crying for help at a Small Smiles dentist office near Washington, D.C.
When I see that, I see my grandchildren. I just was almost enraged.
The story sparked her curiosity.
So I started looking into them a little bit more, and I thought, my God, there's a whole industry this.
An industry, Hagan says, of Medicaid and Medicare accepting dental offices that abuse and overserve children in return for government dollars. The more research Hagan did, the more she found out and eventually built a website around it called Dentist the Menace. The site became a forum for people to learn and share dental experiences, and one of the companies bloggers target is Kool Smiles. We met a tri-state woman who wanted to share what she's witnessed while at Kool Smiles, as long as her identity remained anonymous.
There is an assistant who works there, and she weighs a minimum, I would say, at least 250 pounds. I have watched her on numerous occasions lay across a child when she would be helping assist. You're sitting there in the chair and you're watching this kid cringe as you're trying to work on them.
She says on several occasions, doctors would perform painful work on kids whose Novocaine hadn't kicked in. She also says doctors use a papoose board daily to deal with behavioral issues. The board straps in a patient's head, body, and limbs.
This child has got to think he's dying.
And she says the kids don't move until the visit's over.
You had kids in the chair that they would tell us they needed to go to the bathroom, and they would be told no, and we had kids pee themselves.
She attributes the hasty atmosphere to production goals. Offices, she says, are told they need to treat a certain number of patients per day, and some even receive bonuses for a high volume of additional work.
The way we would treatment plan, if they had a tooth that had more than 2 surfaces that needed work on it, automatically it has a crown put on it. Where if you went to another office, probably they would treatment plan it and do a simple filling.
Under 2 years of age.
We took Hagan and Jane's concerns to Kool Smiles Regional Manager Dr. Polly Bucky.
I'm very offended at the insinuation of any of that. Our mission is to provide quality dental care to children that are underserved.
Dr. Bucky took us on a tour of the Evansville office, which, according to Kool Smiles, boasts a 98% patient satisfaction rate and has only received 8 complaints since it opened in 2006. When asked about some of the allegations,
I can't speak to a specific case or a specific patient.
Privacy laws protect individual patients, but Bucky says Kool Smiles is vital to a community in which very few offices accept Medicaid or Medicare, and says no work or behavioral technique is performed without parental consent. On our tour, Dr. Bucky wouldn't show us their papoose boards.
Could we see them? Could we get some video of them?
That would be something that I'd really recommend going to the AAPD or wherever else you've seen them.
Or discuss how often or even if they're used.
I'm not perfect, we're not perfect, but to want to give back and to want to do the right thing for them, I think it's amazing.
I know they feel that they're doing the best thing for the child by fixing their teeth, getting rid of the decay, making it so the child doesn't hurt. But, I mean, what are you doing to them emotionally?
And that question is what keeps Debbie Hagan working relentlessly.
I thought anything that I can do to save a little time of research, the quicker we can get these people shut down. And I'm not going to stop until the doors are closed.
Indiana statistics show Kool Smiles Medicaid and Medicare claims are growing. In 2009, Evansville's Kool Smiles filed 6,100 claims compared to 2008's 5,700. While researching our story, Fox 7 attempted to speak with several pediatric dentists, but none of them would talk to us about Kool Smiles on camera.